We'll call Bill number 215, the Prevention of Interpersonal and Family Violence Through Education Act, Public Schools Act, and Education Administration Act amended. The Honourable Member for River Heights.
Mr. Speaker, I move that Bill 215, the Prevention of Interpersonal and Family Violence Through Education Act, the Public Schools Act, and Education Administration Act amended, la loi sur la prévention de la violence familiale et interpersonnelle grâce à l'éducation, modification de la loi sur les écoles publiques et de la loi sur l'administration scolaire, be now read a second time and be referred to a committee of this House.
It's been moved by the Honourable Member for River Heights that Bill number 215, the Prevention of Interpersonal and Family Violence Through Education Act, Public Schools Act, and Education Administration Act amended, to be now read for a second time and be referred to a committee of this House. And also as a reminder to the House that, as was previously agreed on June 29th of this year, there would not be a seconder required for this particular bill. So, the Honourable Member for River Heights.
Mr. Speaker, it's time for all MLAs to come together to support a comprehensive approach to preventing and reducing family violence through education in our province. Bill 215 provides for such a comprehensive approach. I will start by talking about why effective measures to reduce interpersonal and family violence are so important. Sadly, in Manitoba, we continue to have one of the highest rates of family violence in all of Canada. Indeed, the rate of family violence in Manitoba is 1.5 times higher than the Canadian average. I tabled this information in the House yesterday. Furthermore, as I also tabled yesterday, while other provinces across Canada are seeing considerable reductions in the rate of family violence, Manitoba has seen little change. The ongoing high rate of family violence in Manitoba comes at a tremendous cost to families and to our province. Family violence is harmful to all involved and is developmentally traumatic to children in the home. It is one of the root causes of very high provincial government costs, leading to extraordinarily and unacceptably high numbers of children in care, now more than 10,000 in Manitoba. It is one of the reasons for Manitoba to have such a high incarceration rate, resulting in extremely high costs for our justice system and our jails. Reducing interpersonal and family violence is very, very positive for families, for children, for our society, and for the bottom line of our provincial government's budget. We must act. We need to act collectively as MLAs to address this problem in a comprehensive way across the whole province. Yesterday, when I asked the Premier for his support, he listed programs in the government's piecemeal approach. On Wednesday, the government announced the continuation of the Breaking the Silence program. While a good program, it aims to only reach 100 schools in 3 years. At this rate, it would take more than 25 years to reach the total of more than 850 schools in Manitoba. Yesterday, the Premier talked about the Seeds of Empathy, the Roots of Empathy, and the PACS programs. The Premier mentioned that the PACS program is in 200 schools and that 50 more will be added in the next year. Mr. Speaker, adding 50 schools a year will take more than 10 years until it reaches all schools in our province. Why are we missing so many of our children and youth with this inequitable approach? At this rate, we will have so many adults who will have aged out of the opportunity to learn about family dynamics and how to prevent interpersonal and family violence. This slow, piece-by-piece approach is a disservice to our society. We need an approach that will reach all children in K-12 in Manitoba. The Seeds of Empathy and Roots of Empathy programs appear to be beneficial programs as well, and would serve to complement the comprehensive and ongoing K-12 education that Bill 215 will ensure is provided to all Manitoba's students. Indeed, I want to recognize the hard work of the Seine River School Division and the School Board Chair, Wendy Bloomfield, in introducing and championing these programs. Wendy Bloomfield was our Liberal candidate in 2007 in St. Norbert, and it's good to see Liberals contributing in this fashion. Congratulations, Wendy. But the Seeds of Empathy and Roots of Empathy programs are only in a proportion of schools. And once again, only those that are interested in the programs are offered only from preschool to grade 8. The programs also do not directly address the very serious problem of family violence in our society today. Bill 215 aims not only to provide the education that is the basis for the reduction of prevention of interpersonal and family violence, but to ensure that faculty, staff, and students alike are aware of when and how to seek help if they or someone they know is experiencing such a trauma. These resources are not addressed in the PACS or empathy programs. What is needed today is a comprehensive approach which includes all children up to grade 12 across all of Manitoba. Reducing interpersonal and family violence is so important for our province, for our children, and for our families that anything less than a comprehensive approach is simply not good enough. The approach being used in Bill 215 is not only comprehensive, it involves school divisions and teachers throughout Manitoba, involving teachers and school boards in the process of designing and implementing education about interpersonal and family violence is important to the success of efforts to reduce interpersonal and family violence. This will allow programs to adapt to the students and to the region where they're being taught. Bill 215 recognizes the importance of our cultural diversity and of understanding cultural differences in approaches. This is essential for success in Manitoba, for our cultural diversity is our strength. Bill 215 recognizes the importance of including the family cultures of our Indigenous communities and of newcomers to our province on the Advisory Council, which is essential for full and comprehensive implementation of a province-wide effort to reduce interpersonal and family violence. Passing Bill 215 will also signal to all Manitobans the priority and importance and the power of education in addressing interpersonal and family violence, and the importance of reducing the level of interpersonal and family violence in our province. James Lindsay, the Mayor of Lynn Lake, on learning that I had introduced Bill 215 yesterday and having read it, he said, and I quote, "As a parent, I like the idea. As a teacher, I love the idea. As a community leader, I understand how critical dealing with this issue is, as family and interpersonal violence is one of the many greatest challenges our community faces." End of quote. The related programs that Manitoba has already implemented are having an effect on positive change, but they're not mandated by legislation and are not practiced fully in all school communities. I ask all MLAs today to vote using their conscience and to support Bill 215 in a united effort to have a comprehensive approach to improve our province and to improve the situation of our children, our families, and our society. Let us pass it for second reading today. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech.